as we always do, that we are underreacting to. These are my final Super Bowl related thoughts before we turn the page into, is the combine like next week or something? Insane. We're going to get into all of that, but I do want to start with Kansas City and underreaction land this morning. A lot of Chiefs haters basking in the glory of the loss, rubbing salt in the old wounds. I think we're underreacting to what this is going to do to and for Patrick Mahomes. Make no mistake. He's going to be, he's an all-time great already, okay? Just like the other all-time greats, though, whether you want to talk about Brady or Kobe or whoever, this kind of stuff, the stuff that sticks, the stuff that like sticks between the ribs, this will only fuel him. And he is getting a lot of love for how he's handling this loss, how he truly is one of one, a role model, handling things in the perfect way, delicately, honestly, vulnerably, genuinely, giving the other team their love, taking accountability, the entire thing, and then also saying like, hey, Chiefs, we'll be back, and they will. He's 29. They're going to figure this out. You know, if you look at the loss and just, you know, obviously he's got a couple now, a couple big ones. This is a really tough one. He was pulling off the miracle 13-second comeback to beat the Bills this year. There was a lot, you know, to this. After they lost to Cincy in that AFC title game, he lost Tyreek. He had to hear about the window being closed. Want to know what happened then? He threw for 5,000 yards without him. He won MVP, went right back to the Super Bowl, won it. Then he won it again. Then he went back again. I know people have this instinct and this really gross human thing that we kick people when they're down, and we do that with Patrick Mahomes. And I guess it doesn't really happen often, so you take your licks while you can because he's not down often. But if I'm a fan of one of those other AFC teams that he has tortured over the years, I don't know that I'd be enjoying this one too much and poking the bear with old Patty, okay? I know Super Bowl looked bad. KC had a lot to figure out this offseason, looking forward. And it's not going to be easy, but Patrick's going to come back and unload on everybody next season. Like, we do realize this, right? It's going to take a hell of an effort. You are still, all these AFC teams that are like taking, your one goal is still to take him out. That's it. That's all you got in Super Bowl 60. You're still making moves, depending, Matthew Hamilton, on Patrick Mahomes. If you were to say right now, and we saw the Super Bowl 60 odds, Eagles on top. But if we're talking AFC, it's still the Chiefs. Are you going to pick the Bills over the Chiefs to win next year? Are you going to say like Joe Burrow will have a hot start, maybe he gets T back and does all those things? I don't like it. You know, it's the lowest hanging fruit to say, not me. I'm not going to bet against the Chiefs. Do you think everybody in sports media land does the pendulum swing and says like they're no longer highly favored?
This might be the year, and they are still favored on FanDuel Sportsbook, as you mentioned, to get back there. They're the second best odds to win it. And I do feel like there is that sense of like blood in the water, like, oh, we saw them be vulnerable, but they still ran through the AFC this year. We still have to see somebody from the AFC step up and do it outside of the Bengals. Nobody else has pulled it off yet.
And the interesting thing is who can do the formula, right? Collinsworth's on the show, Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney. So it takes four. Who can do that? Philly can do that, of course. We don't know yet. We'll see what happens with Miles.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with Max Crosby. We'll see what happens in free agency in the draft, but that's clearly what, you know, these AFC teams are going to have to load up on and do because it seems to be the way to stop a great quarterback. Thanks, Ham. So for the Eagles. So just for the Chiefs, like, I like a little, Hamilton, how do I say this? Like, I like a little dirt under the nails, Ham, for Patrick. I like a little, like, I hope he goes, Matthew. Please come back. I know I said bye, but I want you back. Think, baby, come back. I just like a little grime. I like a little, like, let him have to work through something and, like, you know, can't all be, like, golf tournaments and, like, fun times, you know? Like, let's go FU tour. Brady had that. Let's do that with Patrick. I like that for him.
Yeah. And we've seen it from him in the past where little things have got like the top 100 thing when he was named fourth and he's kept,
Yeah, I like that.
And as you said, the Tyreek stuff and all of that. So yeah, it's worked for him in the past for sure.
Yeah, but you know, I know we said like don't poke the bear, but like take your shots now. Take your shots while you can. Like I read it and I was like, I disagree with that. Like Bills fans should be having their day. Have your day. Ravens fans, Eagles, anybody, take your shots now. Enjoy that now, and then. Ugh.
I think have your day when you beat him.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
my thing.
for the Eagles. Cooper DeJean's on the freaking show. Cooper to Super Bowl champ. Cooper to embarrass me because I didn't know about his hoop dunking highlights. With the Eagles, here's what we're underreacting to. Nothing that happened in the game, but maybe to just how this team stacks up all time, baby. I'm going to say it here. These 2024 Eagles have a case to be a top 5 team in NFL history. And you might say, hey, you're so crazy. They lost 3 games, blah, blah, blah. Let's unpack that, shall we? 2 of those 3 came within the first 4 weeks when A.J. Brown, Lane Johnson, Cooper DeJean, and Devontae Smith missed time with injuries. The other came when Jalen Hurts was knocked out of the game in the first quarter against the Commanders. In the games that Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown started and finished together this year, this team was 15-0. They did not lose. Let's take a look at this. Pop up the full screen. Love that. 10 of those 15 wins came against teams with winning records. The Chiefs, the Commanders, the Rams, the Packers twice each, the Ravens, the Bengals, the Steelers. They beat the best of the frickin' best in the National Football League week in, week out. Not to mention, they won by a combined 50 points in the 2 biggest games of the year. That's insane. NFC Championship against Washington, Super Bowl against the 15-win going for the three-peat Chiefs. Shut up. This is the 3rd highest point differential ever in 2 games among Super Bowl champions. And you'll note all of the others happened before the salary cap existed, and that matters. This is dominance we've never seen in an entire generation of NFL football. So that puts this squad up against anybody. I'm talking top 5 all-time history. I'm not being hyperbolic. It's not because I'm trying to suck up to Cooper DeJean, who might hate me because I thought he wasn't a very good basketball player. I was unprepared for the interview.